What's up, everybody? I am Travesty.
And I'm the Freak Joe.
And we are on the last visit of our freaky cemetery tour of Milwaukee.
That's right. We are here at Forest Home Cemetery here in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and it's if you guys have was wondering what kind of cemetery this is, very similar to the Indianapolis Cemetery. Huge, and like the layout and everything is phenomenal.
Yep. And they have like a welcome packet online. They say that the cemetery grounds are a resource for the living, where visitors can enjoy towering trees, a peaceful lake, soothing fountains, and glimpses of wildlife. It's fascinating.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Since this is a big one, you guys know we're going to drive around and kind of check it out. We'll get some footage of our travels. But one of the biggest things I want to focus on with this part, with at least this video of our tour, is this cemetery has like over a dozen plus historical members of the Milwaukee group, or I don't know how to
the founding people
yes.
of Milwaukee or something.
Yeah, we got founders of Milwaukee who are buried here. At least 2 out of 3 of them are buried here. Founders of Schlitz and PBR are buried here, as well as the founders of Harley-Davidson are buried here. And there's so many other. I don't know if we'll get to every single person that's on the list, but like Joe said, there is a PDF file on the website for the cemetery that will list every historical person buried here with a map that kind of shows where they're at. And one of the cooler things too, when you enter in here, is that there's a historical building on the property. They give tours in here as well.
Yeah, they've got a handful of tours. One, they got a Bear Barons tour, industrialists and business magnates, pioneers, inventors, and publishers, mayors and founders, notable women, black leaders and abolitionists, entertainers, artists, and art collectors, military heroes, tragic and distinctive burials, and I think that's it. But it's wild. It's really a cool place. Yeah. Founded in 1850. One of the first intentionally founded, I believe, cemeteries. It was built during a time of environmentalism by one of the country's first true environmentalists. What's his name? It's such an interesting name. Gerald Lapin, who was known as Wisconsin's first naturalist. So, fascinating place, really interesting. There should be some very cool, big Victorian monuments to death. Absolutely. To the deaths of their people.
There is one thing, and I'm glad you brought up that. I believe it was the last tour you mentioned.
Yes.
Besides everyone I did mention who was buried here, somebody who was attempted to be hung, I believe 3 times in France, is also buried here.
Yeah, John Babacombe Lee.
Yeah.
Notorious for surviving 3 hangings after being convicted of murdering his employer in Babacombe Bay, England.
Okay.
3 attempts were made to carry out Lee's execution, but the scaffold's trapdoor failed each time and the medical officer refused to continue. Lee became popularly known as the man they couldn't hang, and after his release from prison, he moved to the United States where he remarried and had a daughter. So, I am a big fan of if you survive your execution, that's God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're going to travel around here. We're going to drive around. We do have the PDF pulled up with us, so we're going to be able to kind of check out the map, see where these historical people are buried, and hopefully get some footage of their tombstones and everything.
That's right. Come along. So that's 20.
So this is 17 over here.
Yep.
Now we're looking for Krug.
Yep. Is there anybody else in 17?
No.
Gotcha.
Caldwell will be in 19.
Just curious.
I wonder if he's the old one that's right there.
Maybe. Edward Manglis. I thought it said meaningless the first time I saw it. There he is. George Marshall Clark.
Where?
It's that darker stone at the back.
How am I?
Way back. It's like over the hill.
Oh, okay, so it's a newer stone.
Yeah, they must have replaced it or something, maybe.
I wonder if, see if the road over there is a little bit closer. got a feeling too, like with big cemeteries like this and like more well known, we're gonna see a lot of Mason
Oh yeah.
burials. Oh yeah, we're not gonna get any closer than that. We can walk over to there
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, right. All right. So we're in section 17 of the Forest Home Cemetery. We're just coming over here to look at the tombstone of, or gravestone, grave marker of George Marshall Clark, one of the notable, how do you want to call it? Tragic deaths, sad tragic deaths here in Milwaukee. Let's see if we can fix this wreath back up. It seems like a bummer that it was knocked over. But George Marshall Clark was Milwaukee's only lynching victim. He was a black barber here in Milwaukee. Looks like basically right at the start of the Civil War. It looks like this is a pretty new headstone. Probably it was dedicated, well, it says it's dedicated September 8th, 2021, lest we forget. So maybe in the wake of 2020, it just seemed like the appropriate thing to do to honor this lynching victim in the North, which seems a shame. Seems a shame that there would be lynching victims anywhere, but especially in the place where there's so many Civil War veterans. 1,000 Civil War veterans are buried here at Forest Home. Fought and died for the freedom of men like George Marshall Clark there. So, sad stuff.
Oh, is that what that means?
What's that?
Okay, so it says chapel here.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so that's where the mayor, I believe the mayor's probably buried back there then.
Right. You got a really great view of section 17 over here.
Let's see here. This is section. Okay, this is section 44. Okay, interesting. Okay, I didn't see the roads like we're supposed to. But anyways, okay. So should be one of two. In section 44 over here, one of these would be Wright. It should be
Lustgard. Wild. Get a lot of footage of you by accident. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Those are big stones.
Yeah. Hogan.
Wolfgram. If she's not along here, she might be the one that's buried on the other end, and we could go around.
Gotcha.
Again, to see the tree.
Yeah.
The tree stones are always amazing. It makes me kind of want to get one when I
Right?
go.
These really are beautiful stones
Oh yeah.
all throughout the cemetery. I think maybe even more so than like we're used to throughout this tour.
I think when it comes to Wisconsin, I think this was probably the nicer looking stones.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of cool. Like Martin right there.
Yeah.
See if maybe Wright is buried on the that'd be the west end of 44. I think that's what our viewers appreciate about us. Is like we're really unprepared. We're just like them.
Right?
Schultz. A lot of Schultz. I think almost every cemetery we saw, there was a Schultz.
Sounds right. I feel like it makes sense. It's well, and Schultz and Mueller, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like Wisconsin is such a German place, by and large. German and French. I'm sure they'd hate to... I'm sure there's plenty of people in Wisconsin who hate the comparison, but... C'est la vie, you know.
So which...
Papa Bronk. Augusta Pollard. That's a cool name. I like the name Augusta. Terry! I'm sorry. See, and then, like, it's such a well-kept cemetery, and then there's that whole little spot right there where everything is crumbled.
These are definitely, like, the oldest looking stones.
Yeah.
And it should have been right over here. You would think, like, a former wife of Wright would have, like, a distinguished stone.
Right? Like that cube or whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe not. They were divorced, so it's not a long-lasting marriage, apparently. Well, now we're in section B.
So, according to it, it would either be on this bottom corner or right here in the middle.
Gotcha.
And see, like, do you see roads between B, A, and 44?
No, it's just like segment markers or something.
I'm going to whip around one more time.
Oh, there's B. Is that B on the other side?
Yeah, this
it's
is
both
B.
B.
And this is B here, yeah. So, we're going to go around the horn one more time, as they say. See if we can find right. If not, then we can move along.
Wilmer Gesell Shop. Here in the chapel section. Oh, that's a cool chapel. I didn't even notice it before.
Yeah, we'll definitely drive past it. Okay, so
I feel like I need to put my lens protector on. It's so bright.
well, this should be 44 right about here, and like I said, I'm not sure who the other person buried in 44 was.
Right. Well, those aren't. Those are tour starts.
Oh, I thought they were
No.
spots. Because the one you went out and looked at, that was in the middle. Clark, it showed exactly where it was at.
Oh, interesting.
So I think those dots are actually where the burials
Oh, maybe they're
are.
part of the tours. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let me 1944?
Section 44 started in
1930.
Miriam, Noel.
Gotcha. Let's see if we can find her. Miriam Noel Wright. Oh, hey, look. We couldn't see her because her thing is right here. So this was the second wife of Frank Lloyd Wright. He had an affair with her, and then they got married. Their marriage was short and tumultuous. She was a morphine addict, and they ended up getting divorced. And I don't know if he got a third wife or not, but yeah. So here is Miriam Noel Wright's gravestone. Interesting. I wonder if there's any more. Was there any other stone or person over here that we wanted to look at? There's another view of section 44. Let's see if we can get just some other walking footage, a little B-roll. Big place, so I don't want to spend too much time, but just a large section here. Gotta get this one too, right next to the Blatts. Schleich? I don't know. I'm not certain, but it seems cool. Looks like a woman in front of a cross, which you may remember is very similar to the one in La Belle. So be sure to check that out. C.C. Robinson, doctor, whomever that is. All right, back to the car.
Oh, that's pretty cool. God, it's
Isn't it
huge.
cool? It's incredible.
And I don't remember ever hearing Blatz.
No, I don't think so either.
We're going to head to section 38, where Davison and Edmund Fitzgerald is buried.
Nice. There's just so many cool ones around here. Oh, we got a bridge. Love a bridge.
What is that?
I don't know. Boathouse.
Boathouse in the cemetery. That's kind of cool. That mausoleum's facing the water rather than the road.
Right? Bottom. Frank.
You know what's weird? That also says Frank over there.
Weird. George Johnson, Herman Stern. I wonder if they're related to Howard. Another one. They really like these women and concrete crosses here in Wisconsin.
Wonder if that one breaks free and jumps into the water as well.
Right? Interesting. Topher, Engelhart.
So 38, I believe, should be this, right? Or that's 33. So where's 38 at?
We're doing 33. 38 is on our left.
So over here.
I think so.
Wow, this seems very vacant over here, like empty.
Who was that on 38?
It'll be Harley-Davidson and Edmund Fitzgerald.
Interesting.
Are both buried on 38. Cameron? Does it say Cameron?
Cameron. Whitehead. Schwab. There you go. Kyle J. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. Thought I'd make sense of it, but I didn't.
Kroskov. Garrett. So I just had to go farther down.
Davidson. There we go. Could I shown our Norma died at Paris, France. Weird. Alright, I feel like I want to see these because they're interesting. Kraut. Gotta be careful. Alright, so here's the Davidson Brothers. And probably the rest of their family as well. There's a Marks back here? I know, I came over here for Davidson, but then I got distracted because there's a Marks, and I want to know who. Baldwin, William Davidson. Okay, so probably relatives of the Davidsons. It's interesting enough, I suppose. Feel like my lens might be hurt. Suitor. It's an interesting little one you might not see. Might not bring yourself to see. Just interesting. Alright, back to the Davidsons. Alright, so 3 of the people here in this section are brothers who helped found the Harley-Davidson motorcycle company. So William Davidson is not here, the other founder. And I think I said in the car, you may have heard it before or not, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, so Arthur Davidson was one of them. I think James Davidson was one of them. There's another Davidson over there, so. But you'd think it'd be Davidson Harley, and according to Travesty, that is the case. In its original form, it was Davidson Harley, and then it was thought that Harley made a particular type of motor that made the machine work better, and so his name got to go first, which I think is fair. It really kind of makes sense to me. So, let's see what's here. Elliot Butler Mason, Edwin Charles Mason, and Minnie Benson Mason. One of the things that was really interesting in the pamphlet is it talks about the different symbols on graves. So the wreath there is a laurel wreath, which stands for victory, especially victory over death. So Alsted got some cool mausoleums. Hans Peter Alsted and Elizabeth Noland Alsted. Louis Losey Alsted and Mary Van Nortwick Alsted. So 4 family members buried there. Ah, Fitzgerald. That's got to be. Edmund Bacon Fitzgerald. Interesting. So if you're familiar with the song about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, that's this guy. So I can't remember if he was named for the boat or if the boat was named for him. Either way, it was the biggest boat, and it sank in Lake Superior during a storm. So that's the deal. Come back. Yeah, since we're here, might as well see. We got Frank Rogers Bacon. Oh, the Bacon family. That's fun. I don't know if it's a Bacon family we should know or not, but sure it is a Bacon family. And then here's this is a really neat mausoleum with a very Egyptian-inspired design. So that's pretty cool, I have to say. No name on it, though. No name, no plaque. Curious about that. So let's see if we can, there's some glass here. Sort of wonder if we can see inside at all. Not really. But it is pretty. Video watchers, I owe you an apology. I realized moments ago, when I saw this monument that you'll see here in a moment, that, oh, actually you can start to see it right now. It was not Pabst who was lost at sea, it was Schlitz. I was confused because there's multiple lost at seas here in Milwaukee, but here is the monument to Joseph Schlitz, founder of Schlitz Brewery. Schlitz, a beer maybe your weird uncle drinks or cooks his hot dogs in, was America's most popular beer from 1902 to 1955. If I had to guess, I would say it would be the end of World War II and the return of all the soldiers and their preference for lighter European beers that probably led to the decline in Schlitz's popularity. I'm just guessing though. Don't take me as an authority. I just happen to know that American beer changed a lot post World War II. And if it was popular before World War II, it probably stopped being popular afterwards. So yeah, a lot of incredible stones here in this section of the cemetery. I'm sure Travis is anxious for me to get back to the car, but I just had to show you this stuff as I'm walking around. There's something about seeing it up close that I think is just better than us driving by. George W. Mitchell. I think that's somebody. And then an interesting monument back there. We'll learn about it later. Or we won't. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, there's some other interestingly uniform stones. And then as I walk back to the car, I kind of want to look at this big old mausoleum. Blatz. Oh, this is another one of the beer magnates, beer barons, beer brewery founders. So this is the Blatz family mausoleum. Wasn't planning to look at this one, but it's absolutely hard to miss. Really, really a stunning mausoleum. I'm gonna maybe redo that footage. Let's get more head on. Apply directly to the forehead. No one's seen any of it. That's funny. Trent Hammer, Austin. So we're trying to find the grave of Jacob Babacombe Lee, who was hung 3 times in England before they gave up and were like, well, clearly God wants you alive for some reason. And then he moved to America and got married, had a kid, as you do when you move to America. So I feel like I'm missing something. Joe Louis Moss, Ramon Pizarro. I'm gonna go just a little further this way before I give up and go back the other way. Tomas, Caliber. See, I'm pretty sure. I think I have missed it, friends. Johnson. By the way, these are the tallest trees with a grave in the middle. Our favorite, most interesting feature from this trip that we never knew about before. So I guess I'm going to try and go back the other way here and try again, see what I can find. No? I feel like it must be in front of these bushes or something. Zuniga. No sense in you all not being able to see. I do feel a little bit like y'all have to see that one. So I am a child. Alright. Keep moving. Whitney Milbrath. So that's not it. Doris. Nichols 2022. Yikes, so Rooney. Unity service recovery. To thine own self be true. Beautiful. Hey, he shares birthday with me a lot earlier than me. I'm just not seeing him. Well, I'm going to have to take another look at the map and see if I'm even looking in the right area. I kind of feel like I'm not. It's so hard to find this one for you all. I'm definitely concerned that we've gone way too far in. Gerald Lapin. Yeah, so it's one thing that I feel like I want to remark on is how so much of the cemetery is really, really, really well cared for. What are we doing here? There we go. But over here in this section, there are some headstones, I guess you'd call them, that are covered over with years of dirt and pine needles, all kinds of things that make it hard to read the headstones. So I feel like I was talking before about the idea of the second death and of being forgotten. And so what I'm thinking about as I'm looking at these things is that it doesn't matter how many times you survive death in this life, eventually your grave may not be able to be found. And so you may not escape death, the death of being forgotten. So it's kind of a bummer. Right? Yeah. Well, that's what kills me about it, is their map has been spot on so far. Like, I feel like if I go too far that way, I've actually missed it. Buildings. Interesting one here. Dodd. Very much Dodd, right? Spanish-American War. That's a war you don't think of too often. Yep, I think you're right. Yeah, that's a bummer. If you ever get a chance to visit and you find John Babacombe Lee's stone, let us know. Drop it in the comments. If you shoot the footage yourself, send it to us.
Yeah, let's know exactly where it's at.
Yeah, we really want to. Alright, we gotta zoom back out. Isophene? You ever hear the name Isophene? Get in the comments. In the comments, let us know if you know of an Isophene. Oh, see, this is brown. I believe I'm looking for a Walker. That's William Brown. Merrill. That is the kind of simple one we're looking for. Looks like it's on the wrong side based on the map. I love a throop. Our Father Philander Kane. Wasn't it? Oh, that's interesting. John Durf was killed at Kenosha. Saving a life, he perished, it says. That's pretty cool. Maybe that's it? Wait, is that where I already looked? Yeah, that's brown. These vines are dedicated to the memory of William J. Pollock, principal of this school. That's cool. Feels like this is too far. Sanderson. Ezekiel Gillespie, founder of St. Mark African Methodist Episcopal Church. That's pretty cool. 11 AME. Oh yeah, Philander Kane again. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it. Yeah. So we couldn't find everything we wanted to find here in Milwaukee, but we're willing to make another trip back.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys have been a fan of this freaking show over the years, you know that I make a lot of promises I don't keep.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, we showed you a bunch of cool, like, well-known burials and people here, and we kind of showed you a good portion of what the cemetery looks like. But we would definitely love to come back here and check out the remainder of them, and you know, take a little bit more time to get you guys. I mean, we got you so much information, so much content that we don't want to overdo it for you guys.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do like a obviously won't happen in like one trip for us, but maybe we'll do a series of just big cemetery returns, and we'll go to like the Milwaukee Cemetery, the Indianapolis Cemetery, stuff like that, just to check out the big ones again.
Yeah, and, if that's something you guys want us to do, you know, comment below and let us know that's what you'd love for us to do and everything. And if you've ever been to the cemetery and want to, you know, share with us your experience, please do so.
Yeah.
Nothing spooky, nothing creepy, just a whole lot of information. And again, wonderful cemetery, probably one of my favorites.
Absolutely.
And we'll definitely make a return here if that's what you guys want. Just let us know. Like I said, comment below, and make sure you do subscribe to the channel, follow it, hit that notification bell. And if you're watching these videos, throw a thumbs up. It helps us out.
Absolutely. So, and I think that concludes our Freaky Cemeteries.
Freaky Cemeteries in Wisconsin is officially done. This is the last video of it. Yeah. So I hope you guys check them all out. If you haven't, go back, check them all out. And like I said, like them, you know, comment on them, share your experiences with all of them. Yeah, let us know what Midwestern state we should do next, because I don't think we're leaving the Midwest at this point. No, we got so much in the Midwest we still got to cover. So unless, you know, if you're really wealthy and you want to fund us going to Hawaii or something, hit us up. I wouldn't say no to that. That's right. Guys, thank you very much. As always, I am Travesty. And I'm the Freak Joe. And thank you for coming along with us on the Freaky Cemetery Tour of Wisconsin.